Zhao Yu traveled through the late Eastern Han Dynasty and activated the million-soldier support system at the beginning. As long as he completed the main mission, he could obtain a million-strong army. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the main task. Intercepting the Hu de Air Thief's fiancé A.E. Gan Shi. Reward. 18 Yanyun Cavalries, Cold Face Cold Spear Pretty Luo Cheng. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the main mission. Annihilating the Yellow Turban Army in Zhuo County, and rewarding .10000 Xuanjia Iron Cavalry. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the main mission. Annihilating a million yellow scarves, rewarding .10000 Mo Dao Army, 10,000 Jin Yi Wei, 10,000 Fei Hu Army. 3 years later, Zhao Yu supported 1 million soldiers and occupied the land of 5 provinces. Million soldier. Your Majesty, it's getting cold. Add some clothes. Zhao Yu looked at the 5-clawed golden dragon yellow robe draped on his body and murmured incessantly. You guys are making me feel embarrassed. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Support the Million Soldiers System, cut off Liu Bei's wife. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yuzhou. Zhuo County, Zhuo County. Guanzhang Village. Zhao Yu took out 1 or 2 pieces of silver from his arms and handed them to the embarrassed matchmaker, saying, Ganpa, I've given you this matchmaker money, don't mess things up. Don't worry, young Master Zhao. We are famous matchmakers from 8 villages and 10 miles away. We will definitely handle your matter clearly and honestly. However, after all, Gan Mei has an engagement with someone from the neighboring village. The matchmaker surnamed Gan took the broken silver from Zhao Yu's hand while wondering. Zhao Yu saw this and didn't know that the matchmaker surnamed Gan wanted to raise the price, so he said. Don't worry, as long as this can be done, money is not a problem. Speaking, Zhao Yu took out 1 or 2 pieces of silver and handed them over, while saying, If I could get the Gan family to agree to marry Gan Mei to me within 3 days, the matchmaking money would increase tenfold. Upon hearing what Zhao Yu said, the matchmaker surnamed Gan was overjoyed and quickly responded. Zhao Gongzi, it's a deal. As she spoke, she hurriedly ran to Gan Mei's house and went as a matchmaker. Looking at the figure of the matchmaker surnamed Gan leaving, Zhao Yu showed a pensive expression. The next moment, his mind moved. Immediately, a blue light curtain appeared before my eyes. Current main task 1. Cut off the Hu de Air Thief Liu Bei's fiancé A.E. Lady Gan. Task rewards. 18 cavalries of Yanyun, Cold Face and Cold Spear Pretty Luo Cheng. Zhao Yu looked at the light curtain in front of him and murmured. After more than a month of travel, now I have finally embarked on the right path. That's right, Zhao Yu is not a person of this era. He came a month ago with a soul piercing through later generations. At the beginning of his journey, Zhao Yu was still somewhat excited. But immediately upon learning that the era he traveled through was after the end of the Han Dynasty, he was shocked. Especially when I know that we are currently facing the Yellow Turban Rebellion, I feel restless and restless. After all, in times of chaos, gentry like the Zhao family are like lambs waiting to be slaughtered. Once Zhuxian is conquered by the Yellow Turban Army, the Zhao family will inevitably be washed with blood. Fortunately, at a critical moment, Zhao Yu activated the Million Soldier Support System. As long as he completed all the main tasks step by step, he could obtain a million-strong army. And the first main task is undoubtedly the fiancé A.E. of the Hu de Air Thief Liu Bei. Lady Gan. In order to complete the task and receive rewards, Zhao Yu immediately dispatched his family servants to inquire about Lady Gan. Gan Mei. It took half a month to finally find the village where Mrs. Gan is located, Gan Family Village. Later, the famous matchmaker surnamed Gan, who claimed to be from 10 miles and 8 villages, was found and asked to come to Zhao Yu's door to propose marriage to the Gan family. So, just now there was a scene just now. After watching the matchmaker surnamed Gan leave, Zhao Yu didn't stop much. He turned around with his hands on his back and walked towards the outside of the village. As for speaking, the matchmaker surnamed Gan is not worried about convincing the Gan family to marry him to Zhao Yu. After all, the Zhao family is located in Zhuxian, which is also somewhat famous. And if Gan marries Zhao Yu, it can also be considered a high climb. As for Liu Bei, the fiancé of Gan Shi. Nowadays, although Liu Bei claims to be from the Han family, people from 10 miles and 8 villages don't know that it's just Liu Bei pulling the skin of a tiger for himself. After all, if Liu Bei were a Han family member, how could he possibly make a living by selling grass shoes? Therefore, there is no need to worry that the Gan family will not agree to this marriage. The so-called 3-day agreement was nothing more than Zhao Yu giving the matchmaker surnamed Gan some motivation. After all, Gan Shi added Zhao Yu 1 day earlier, so Zhao Yu can complete the main task 1 day earlier. Get rewards for main quests. And this time, the faster the better. Just because. According to the memory of Zhao Yu's past life, it won't be long. The Yellow Turban Army of Zhuxian will come under the leadership of General Cheng to attack Zhuxian. Although, according to historical records, the Yellow Turban Army in Zhuxian was defeated by 3 brothers, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei, who led the local militia. However, as a traveler and equipped with a system, Zhao Yu naturally doesn't want to miss this opportunity to brush military achievements. After all, once Zhao Yu completes the main task 1, he can obtain the Yanyun Cavalry and the cold-face cold spear Qiao Luo Cheng. With the presence of Yanyun's 18 Cavalry and Luo Cheng, he can easily control the Yellow Turban Army in Zhuo County. Thus, we have made great achievements in the battle. Speaking of which, at the beginning of his journey, Zhao Yu prepared to intercept the 2 fierce generals Hu Guanyu and Zhang Fei. Unfortunately, he traveled a bit late. After Zhao Yu's servants found Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, the 3 of them had already completed their friendship in the Taoyuan of the Zhang family. And with the personalities of Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, once they have formed a friendship, the 3 are inseparable. How good is Cao Cao to Guan Yu? In the end, it was not just the loss of troops and the failure to retain Guan Yu. Therefore, upon learning that the 3 had formed an alliance, Zhao Yu gave up the idea of taking in Guan Yu and Zhang Fei. After all, the main task requires Zhao Yu to intercept Liu Bei's fiancé Gan Shi. In this matter, Zhao Yu is equivalent to having a grudge against Liu Bei for taking his wife, so there can be no further reconciliation. Not long after Zhao Yu left Xuanjia village, the matchmaker surnamed Gan has already arrived at Gan Fu's house. At this moment, shortly after Gan's return from farming, when he saw the matchmaker surnamed Gan knocking on the door, he immediately showed a puzzled expression. As a member of Xuanjia village, he naturally knew that the matchmaker surnamed Gan was a famous matchmaker from Shirley Ba village. But precisely because of this, he became puzzled. Only Gan Mei is of marriageable age in his family, but Gan Mei has an engagement with Liu Bei from the neighboring Liu family village. At this moment, the matchmaker surnamed Gan walked towards Gan's father and smiled. "Brother Gan, are you busy? Do you have time to chat?" Gan's father nodded and then asked the matchmaker surnamed Gan to sit down, pour him a bowl of cold water, and said, "What can I do for you? Brother Gan, you also know that I, the big girl, often act as a matchmaker. Well, just now, the young master of the Zhao family in the county town came to his door and said he wanted to propose marriage to Xiao Mei." The matchmaker surnamed Gan finished speaking in one breath, then picked up a water bowl and took a sip. But Gan's father showed a look of embarrassment. "My Xiao Mei is already engaged to the Liu family in the neighboring village. I'm afraid. Brother, where can the Liu family compare to the Zhao family's young master? Moreover, the young master of the Zhao family has said that as long as Xiaomei is willing to join the Zhao family, he will offer 3 books, 6 betroths, and 8 large sedan chairs to welcome Xiaomei through the door. Upon hearing this, Father Gan showed a struggling expression. You should know that in this era, the 3 books, 6 hires, and 8 sedan chairs are the standards for marrying a legitimate wife. Although Gan was born beautiful like jade, under normal circumstances, it is impossible for her to join the Zhao family as a legitimate wife. It can be said that at this moment, Father Gan's heart was shaken. After all, Zhao Yu gave too much. Plus, who wouldn't want their own daughter to marry a good family? And Zhao Yu, without a doubt, is that good family. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 2. 18 Cavalries of Yanyun, Cold-Faced and Cold Spear Pretty Luo Cheng. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Upon seeing this, the matchmaker surnamed Gan spoke eloquently, offering a dowry of 100 taels and a set of courtyards in Zhuoxian, which immediately aroused Gan's father's heart. He then set a date 3 days later for Zhao Yu to marry the Gan family. As for the marriage between Gan and Liu Bei, Gan's father plans to go to Liu Bei's house tomorrow to terminate the engagement. No big deal, just give Liu Bei some silver as compensation. In short, his daughter Gan has married the Zhao family in Zhuo County. At the same time, just as the matchmaker surnamed Gan convinced his father to marry Gan to Zhao Yu. Shuoxian. Zhao family mansion. Ding, congratulations to the host for successfully completing the main task 1. Intercepting the Hu de air thief Liu Bei's fiancée A.E. Mrs. Gan. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the main quest reward. Yanyun 18 Cavalry and Cold Face Cold Spear Qiao Luo Cheng. Zhao Yu, who had just returned to Zhao's mansion, heard a system prompt sound ringing in his ear. Suddenly, my heart was filled with excitement. You should know, whether it's the 18 Cavalries of Yanyun or the Cold-Faced and Cold Spear Qiao Luo Cheng. That's all peerless generals and the top-tier troops. For Zhao Yu, who now has only a few servants to guard him, how important it is. Especially in the near future, Zhao Yu will truly marry the Gan family. At that time, the 3 brothers Lu Guan and Zhang will definitely come and cause trouble. Even on this wedding day, it could become a catastrophic disaster. If it weren't for Zhao Yu's early knowledge through the system, as long as Gan's father agreed to Zhao Yu's engagement with the Gan family, the task would have been completed and rewards would have been given. He is really a bit nervous about this main task. After all, this one is not good, it's a disaster of annihilation. Of course. At this moment, with Yan Yun's 18 cavalries and Luo Qing in hand, Zhao Yu felt much more at ease. After all, the Cold Face and Cold Spear are all beautiful, but that is the existence of the 7th hero among the 18 heroes of the Sui and Tang dynasties. With one hand of the Luo family gun, it has already reached the realm of transformation, reaching a state of divine mastery. As for the 18 cavalries of Yanyun, let alone that. That is a terrifying iron cavalry that is famous in the northern desert, making the barbarians in the northern desert dare not step on the 2 places of Yu and Yen. Even with Yan Yun's 18 cavalry alone, it is enough to deal with any one of Guan Yu or Zhang Fei. At the same time, just when the system prompted that the main task had not been completed for long, I saw a sound of horse hooves coming from outside the mansion. At the first moment, Zhao Yu walked out of Zhao Mansion and happened to see a group of 19 cavalry parked at the Stone Lion outside Zhao Mansion. And the 4 guards who were originally guarding Zhao Mansion are now like facing a great enemy, watching the 19 cavalry. And it seemed that when Zhao Yu left the mansion, the person led by 19 cavalry dismounted and bowed to Zhao Yu. Luo Cheng, Sea Lord. The 18 riders behind him also dismounted and bowed at the same time. Yanyun's 18 Cavalries, see Master. Zhao Yu looked at Luo Cheng and Yanyun's 18 riders kneeling on one knee and felt a moment of peace of mind. Immediately, he walked forward and helped Luo Cheng up, while facing the crowd. Okay. Admittedly, let's all get up, Yan Yi. Thank you very much, Lord. After a moment. It wasn't long before Zhao Yu led Luo Cheng and Yanyun's 18 cavalry into Zhao Mansion. One of the 4 guards who were originally on guard breathed a sigh of relief. Hoo. It's none of my business, where did the young master find these evil stars? Especially the person who claimed to be the 18 cavalry of Yanyun just glanced at me and made me stand up with cold hair all over, as if being targeted by a fierce beast. At this moment, one of them exclaimed in surprise. Third, you coward, wouldn't you be scared to wet your pants by those killing stars? Cough, you guys keep going, I'll go change my pants first. At this moment, Zhao Yu naturally didn't know what was happening outside the door. Even if he knew, he wouldn't laugh at that person. After all, the Yanyun 18 cavalry is a truly terrifying iron cavalry that has crawled out of the mountains of corpses and seas of blood. Everyone has slaughtered at least hundreds or even thousands of lives, even just a glance is enough to make these guardians who have not experienced battlefield battles tremble with fear. Therefore, it is completely normal for the courtyard guard who was scared to wet their pants by the 18 cavalries of Yanyun. Zhao Mansion. In the lobby. Zhao Yu and Luo Cheng are sitting at the table. A pretty waitress, trembling, pours tea for them and delivers dim sum. After seeing Zhao Yu wave her hand to her, she quickly makes a salute and then leaves as if granted amnesty. Just now, there were 18 cold, lifelike gazes staring at her. It seems that as long as she dares to have a slight abnormality, she will explode and kill it. Watching the hasty departure of the maid, Zhao Yu shook his head slightly and then said to Luo Cheng. Publicly, please. Thank you very much, Lord. On Luo Cheng's cold and stern face, there was no unnecessary expression. After a gentle thank you, he picked up the tea and took a sip. Zhao Yu chuckled lightly, knowing that Luo Cheng was naturally cold and proud, so he didn't say much. Just lost a sip of tea, then my mind moved. The next moment, a system light curtain emerged along with it. General Luo Cheng, courtesy name, loyalty. 100, absolute loyalty of a system general or unit to the host, title. The 7th hero of Sui and Tang dynasties, cold-faced and cold spear, force 100, command 85, strategy 72, internal affairs 48, weapons. 5-hook divine flying spear, 5-ling rolling silver mace, mount. Lightning white dragon horse. Looking at Luo Cheng's attribute interface, Zhao Yu showed a satisfied expression. A force value of up to 100 points is enough to make Luo Cheng rank among the top-tier generals in the late Han Dynasty. Even peerless generals such as Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and Zhao Yun are just between Bo Zhong and Luo Cheng. Only the god of war in Bingzhou, LV Bu, can stabilize Luo Cheng. Subsequently, Zhao Yu checked the attributes of the 18 cavalries of Yanyun again. It has to be said that the Yanyun 18 cavalries are truly the top-tier troops. Pick out any one, with a force value of over 90 points, which is enough to block the 18 feudal lords from Huaxiong outside the Tiger Prison Pass in later generations, at the same level. Especially Yan Yi, the leader of the 18 cavalries of Yanyun, has a force value of up to 99 points. And once the 18 cavalries of Yanyun line up to confront them, even LV Bu, who is known as the first fierce general of the end of Han Dynasty, is enough to win the battle. Of course, the losses will not be small either. After all, LV Bu was at least the top general of the late Han Dynasty, a peerless general with a force value of at least 102 points or more. At this moment, suddenly, a cold warning sound sounded. Ding, it has been detected that the host has successfully completed main task 1 and is now starting main task 2. 3 days later, on the day of marrying the Gan family, deal with the three brothers Lu Guan and Zhang who came to snatch a marriage, and ensure the wedding is successfully completed. Task Reward. The first hero of the Sui and Tang dynasties. The power of Li Yuanba. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 3. Zhao Yu will become the first mighty general of the late Han Dynasty. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sure enough. Zhao Yu listened to the system prompt sound in his ear and thought to himself. Although I had long guessed that the Lu Guan and Zhang brothers would not easily resolve the matter. After all, Zhao Yu had a grudge against Liu Bei for taking his wife. At this moment, with the triggering of the main task 2, Zhao Yu has already confirmed that his wedding day will not go smoothly. And through system prompts, Zhao Yu also knew that 3 days later would be the day when Gan married into the Zhao family. In this way, he can also prepare for Lu Guanzhang's attack in 3 days. Fortunately, the reward for main task 1 was issued on the day of the wedding confirmation. Otherwise, it's really not easy to deal with the attack of the Lu Guanzhang brothers. After all, apart from Liu Bei, the three of them, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, are all top-notch generals capable of being on the same level as Luo Cheng. With the guards and servants of the Zhao family who have never been to the battlefield, how can they withstand it? Although Zhao Yu felt embarrassed about taking away Liu Bei's fiancée Gan Shi, he couldn't help but do so. Because once the main task is triggered, if it is not completed, subsequent main tasks cannot be triggered. Therefore, he must marry Gan Shi to get started. Even if they form a blood feud with Liu Bei for this, they will not hesitate. Moreover, the reward for the main task 2 this time made Zhao Yu even more excited. Just because. The main reward this time is actually the inheritance of Li Yuanba's power. You should know that Li Yuanba is widely recognized as one of the 3 peak generals in history. Along with the Western Chu hegemon Xiang Yu and the eternal general Li Xuanxiao, they are among the 3 pinnacle generals of history. That is a truly unparalleled warrior of an era. Even the top generals of the late Han Dynasty, such as Lu Bu, the Heavenly Treasure Grand General Yuan Qingdu, and even the Wu Mao Heavenly King Ran Min, were not on the same level as these 3 people. At the same time, Li Yuanba is also the most powerful among the 3 peak generals. Possess the power of the 4 symbols. Once Zhao Yu gains the power of Li Yuanba, it is equivalent to directly inheriting the power of the 4 elephants. Even if it's just pure strength, it's terrifying enough. After all, one effort will reduce 10 times. Even LV Bu, who was as strong as the top general in the late Han Dynasty, dared not easily take a punch from Zhao Yu. It can be said that once Zhao Yu completes this main task, his personal strength will become the pinnacle of this era. It can be seen from this that the rewards for mainline task 2 are very generous. With this thought in mind, Zhao Yu also began to seriously consider it. After a moment, Zhao Yu instructed Luo Cheng. Admittedly, in 3 days' time, I will marry the Gan family. On that day, someone will come to snatch a marriage, so starting from today, all the guards and servants of the Zhao family, including the guard work on my wedding day 3 days later, will be handed over to you. Upon hearing this, Luo Cheng's cold and stern face showed a hint of coldness, a faint killing intent, appearing. That's a killing intent towards the person who will come to snatch a marriage in 3 days. Immediately, Luo Cheng stood up and bowed to Zhao Yu. Don't worry, my lord. As long as Luo Cheng is here, no one can ruin my lord's wedding. At the same time, although the 18 cavalries of Yanyun remained silent, a trace of evil energy appeared on their bodies. Obviously, they responded to Zhao Yu with action. Upon seeing this, Zhao Yu smiled knowingly. Then, he stood up and helped Luo Cheng up. After explaining some things to Luo Cheng, he gathered all the guards and servants of the Zhao family. Order them all to obey Luo Cheng's command. Those guards and servants, although it was their first time seeing Luo Cheng, were not dissatisfied. Just because, behind Luo Cheng, there are 18 Yanyun Cavalry riders standing, none of whom are good at it. Especially the guard who was once scared to wet his pants by the cold gaze of the 18 cavalries of Yanyun dared not say any more nonsense. After a moment, Luo Cheng, who has taken over the work of the Zhao family's caretaker, began to train these servants. Although it takes 3 days and some last-minute cramming, doing it is better than not doing it well. After all, we can't expect Yanyun's 18 cavalries to carry the 8 heavens sedan chair to Mary, can we? Seeing that Luo Cheng had already entered a state of mind, Zhao Yu was originally planning to return to his room to rest when the guard outside the mansion came to report that the matchmaker surnamed Gan had come to bring good news. Although Zhao Yu has already learned through the system that his marriage with Gan Shi has been completed. However, there is still a need for matchmakers in the coming days. For example, the 3 books and 6 recruitment criteria, and so on. Therefore, Zhao Yu once again met with the matchmaker surnamed Gan. After the matchmaker surnamed Gan reported the good news, Zhao Yu rewarded him with some broken silver and then took 2 ingots of silver to prepare for the wedding. The matchmaker surnamed Gan is very satisfied. After all, just facilitating the marriage of Zhao Yu and Gan Shi, she has made a lot of money. Therefore, he quickly took the silver and went down to prepare. As Zhao Yu watched the matchmaker surnamed Gan leave, he smiled slightly and looked towards Gan's village, showing a hint of anticipation. He began to look forward to his fiancée Gan Shi. According to historical records, the appearance of this Gan Shi is stunning. Moreover, its skin texture is like jade, and it is also known as a jade beauty. Time is running out. In the blink of an eye, it was the next day. Early in the morning, Gan's father took the gift and went to the neighboring Lu family village. I met Liu Bei, who was talking to his 2 sworn brothers. Immediately, Gan's father revealed the situation and revoked the engagement between Gan and Liu Bei. When Liu Bei heard that Gan's father had come to divorce, he was confused. He had just made 2 sworn brothers with the courage of 1,000 enemies, and was planning to reclaim the Liu family. However, he didn't expect to hear that his future father-in-law came to withdraw his marriage. And Zhang Fei, who was hot-tempered on the side, was even more furious. Just pick up the newly cast Yuanba snake spear and give Gan Fu a puncture. Fortunately, it was stopped by Guan Yu. After all, if Zhang Fei killed Gan's father, the 3 brothers wouldn't just show their ambitions, they might end up on the brink of death the next day. After a moment, Liu Bei bid farewell to Gan Fu with a gloomy face. At this moment, Zhang Fei's eyes were almost angry and he said, "Second brother, why didn't I just stab this treacherous old man to death? How dare you look down on big brother so much? It's her honor that Miss Gan from the Gan family can marry big brother." Listening to Zhang Fei's angry words, Liu Bei had a gloomy face and did not speak. He is naturally also very angry. But there is no other way. Nowadays, although he claims to be a Han family member, he is only a seller of grass shoes. Of course, Liu Bei is confident, with his 2 sworn brothers and his eloquence, he will definitely make a name for himself in the future. He must let Father Gan know. 30 years in the East and 30 years in the West, do not deceive young people into poverty. However, looking at his 3rd brother Zhang Fei, who was even angrier than him, Liu Bei let out a bitter smile and began to comfort Zhang Fei. Otherwise, he is really afraid of Zhang Fei, this rough guy, causing big trouble. At that time, he may only be able to lead his 2 sworn brothers and become a bandit. After some good words, Zhang Fei finally calmed down, but in his heart, he secretly remembered the day 3 days later when the Gan family married the young master of the Zhao family in Zhuo County. He's ready. In 3 days, I will personally seek justice for my elder brother. Get Gan back. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 4. Zhao Yu's Great Marriage, Welcoming Lady Gan. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Time rushed by, and in the blink of an eye, it was time for Zhao Yu to marry the Gan family. This day. Shuxian, outside Zhao Prefecture. Zhao Yu was dressed in a red robe, riding a galloping horse. Behind him were 8 strong men carrying a large sedan chair, an honor guard playing gongs and drums, and several carts of gifts. In the surrounding area, there are 18 riders from Luo Cheng and Yanyun, including more than 10 servants and guards, guarding Zhao Yu and his group. As the auspicious time approached, Zhao Yu immediately led the wedding procession towards the layman in Zhuo County. At the same time, Xuanjia Village. In Gan's home, lanterns and colorful decorations are displayed. A series of big red lanterns were hung high, and the villagers of Xuanjia village also took the initiative to come and help. As the bride of today, Gan Shi had already dressed up, wearing a red cloth cover, sitting in the boudoir, waiting for Zhao Yu to come and greet her. Next to Gan Shi, there was a charming middle-aged woman who was instructing him on the matter of getting married. And some of the woman's explicit words, such as Gan Shi under the big red veil, blushed like jade on her cheeks. Fortunately, with a red cloth covering his face, he was not seen with that shy appearance. For Zhao Yu, Gan Shi had no resistance. Of course, the main reason is also because marriage in this era is just like that. The orders of parents and the words of matchmakers represent the outcome of a marriage. That's it. 1 hour later. Amidst the sound of gongs and drums, Zhao Yu led the welcoming procession to the outside of Gan's house. After the villagers of Xuanjia village moved the gifts brought by Zhao Yu into the Gan family, Zhao Yu dismounted and walked into the Gan family's boudoir. After a brief conversation with the middle-aged woman beside him, Zhao Yu looked at Gan Shi, who was wearing a bright red wedding dress, and whispered a few words. He picked up Gan Shi and walked out of the boudoir towards the sedan chair outside Gan's house. Zhao Yu then placed the Gan family in the 8-passenger sedan chair. Subsequently, Zhao Yu, Gan's father, and Gan's mother said a few words, and as the auspicious time approached, they immediately bid farewell and left. Soon. Zhao Yu once again led the wedding procession and left Xuanjia village. At the same time. Liujia village. At Liu Bei's home. Big brother, it's not good. Third brother left a letter saying he wants to seek justice for big brother. Guan Yu hurriedly said to Liu Bei. What? Upon hearing these words, Liu Bei's face immediately changed. In my heart, I cursed a reckless man for causing me trouble. In Liu Bei's heart, women are naturally not as important as their future. This is also the reason why he became angry but did not respond when he learned that Gan's father came to divorce. After all, Gan Shi was only engaged to him, not married. Plus. The one who married the Gan family was the young master of the Zhao family in Zhuo County. Today, although he has 2 brave brothers, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, who are enemies of 10,000 people, he is only a commoner after all. If something really happens, it will have a great impact on his future career. And now, Zhang Fei suddenly said he wanted to seek justice for him. But with Zhang Fei's hot temper, if he really went to the scene, he was afraid of causing big trouble. Thinking of this, Liu Bei hurriedly led Guan Yu towards Xuanjia village. Strive to stop Zhang Fei. Otherwise, if Zhang Fei really causes a big disaster, he may also be implicated and forced to flee to the end of the world. Outside Xuanjia village. Zhao Yu is leading the wedding procession towards Zhuo County. Suddenly. A person wrapped in a black scarf, holding a 8-zhang snake spear, blocked the way. Although this person was dressed in black and wrapped in a black scarf, Zhao Yu still guessed his identity at a glance. Liu Bei's sworn brother, Zhang Fei from Yan, Zhangida. After all. That Zhangba's snake spear and Zhang Fei's dark face are so discerning. The next moment. Not waiting for Zhao Yu to speak, Luo Cheng, who was responsible for the defense of the wedding, walked out of the team with Yanyun's 18 cavalry. He towards Zhang Fei, who was wrapped in a black scarf. Where did the thief come from? How dare he stop our lord's wedding? Speaking, Luo Cheng held the 5-hooked divine flying spear and rode his horse towards Zhang Fei. Since Zhang Fei's debut, apart from being evenly matched in the battle with Guan Yu, he has never encountered an enemy. Now, seeing that even a little white-faced Luo Cheng dared to take the initiative to kill him, he immediately roared and fought with Luo Cheng. However, after more than 10 rounds, Zhang Fei showed an ugly expression. Just because Luo Cheng not only has strong strength compared to him, but also his marksmanship is superb. Even he is not sure if he can win. Zhao Yu rode out of the wedding procession and frowned as he looked at Luo Cheng, who was fighting fiercely with Zhang Fei. Strange, how did you know that Zhang Fei came alone? Is there something wrong with it? You should know that in the main task too, the 3 brothers Lu Guan and Zhang will all come. But now, I only see Zhang Fei alone. After another moment, Zhao Yu saw that Zhang Fei was still alone and gave instructions to Yanyun's 18 cavalries. Yenny, go help openly and quickly resolve this person. At present, the big wedding is imminent, and if Luo Cheng and Zhang Fei are allowed to continue fighting, it is unclear how long it will take. Therefore, Zhao Yu immediately ordered Yanyun's 18 cavalry to set out. And as Yanyun rode out his horse, Zhang Fei, who could only compete evenly with Luo Cheng, suddenly fell into danger. That 18 cavalry, the threat to him, even far surpasses Luo Cheng. A curved blade, swung from various unpredictable angles, made Zhang Fei look perilous. After only 10 rounds, Zhang Fei was cut by the curved blade of the full moon, making more than 10 cuts. For a moment, Zhang Fei, the future super top general, has fallen into a desperate situation. 10 rounds later, on Zhang Fei's body, he was injured more than 30 times by the curved sword of the 18 cavalries of Yanyun. The whole person, due to excessive blood loss, has fallen into a state of confusion. And at this moment, suddenly, a crescent moon sword struck. Slay the 2 Yen cloud guards and rescue the perilous Zhang Fei, pushing them away from the battlefield. At the same time, Liu Bei also rushed over and took the seriously injured Zhang Fei from Guan Yu's hand. Big brother, you take your 3rd brother away first, and I'll pay respects to you. Liu Bei did not hesitate and immediately left with Zhang Fei. And Guan Yu, with his superb Yanyu sword technique, followed suit after a period of hard resistance. Zhao Yu shook his head slightly when he saw Guan Yu rescue Zhang Fei. I thought this time I could cut off Liu Bei's arm. Unexpectedly, at a critical moment, Guan Yu rushed over and saved Zhang Fei. In the current heyday, although Guan Yu was not as strong as Luo Cheng and the 18 cavalries of Yanyun, as long as Guan Yu did not love war, he could still retreat with his whole body. Therefore, upon seeing Guan Yu's arrival, Zhao Yu knew that there was no hope of killing Zhang Fei today. After waving to stop Luo Cheng and the 18 cavalries of Yanyun who were preparing to pursue, they led the welcoming team and continued towards Zhuo County. P.S. New book set sale, seeking flowers and evaluation tickets, thank you. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 5. 4 Great Joys in Life. Bridal Night in the Bridal Chamber. You are listening at novelfull.audio. And just as Zhao Yu and his group rushed back towards Zhuo County, Guan Yu also rode his horse to catch up with Liu Bei and Zhang Fei, who had fled earlier. After a moment, Liu Bei and Guan Yu found a medical clinic with severely injured Zhang Fei, held Zhang Fei, and walked quickly into the clinic. In the clinic, an elderly man with white hair was grinding medicinal herbs. Seeing this, he quickly stood up and took Zhang Fei. After examining him, he began to apply some golden ulcer medicine to stop the bleeding. After a moment, Liu Bei asked the old man who had already treated Zhang Fei's wound. "Doctor, how is my third brother injured?" The old man shook his head at the words and said, "Your younger brother is seriously injured and bleeding too much. I have now applied a secret golden ulcer medicine to stop the bleeding, and then I will drink some blood tonifying medicine soup for him. Speaking of which, it's also thanks to your younger brother's strong physique. If someone else had suffered so many knife wounds, they would have died a long time ago." The old man couldn't help but shake his head and say, recalling dozens of knife wounds on Zhang Fei's body. Upon hearing the old man's words, Liu Bei breathed a sigh of relief. After all, he finally managed to deceive the brave younger brothers of Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, who were enemies of 10,000. I was already unhappy because my fiancée Gan Shi was taken away by Zhao Yu. If Zhang Fei were to lose again because of this, wouldn't he lose his wife and then lose his army? Fortunately, although Zhang Fei was seriously injured, he was able to save his life in the end. At the same time, he secretly cursed Zhang Fei, this reckless man, in his heart. If you grab Gan Shi back, that's all. As a result, the person didn't grab it and almost collapsed there. Even when he and Guan Yu went to save Zhang Fei, if one of them was not good, they might have to get involved. If that's the case, then he's really unlucky for 8 generations of blood. Shuoxian. Zhao Mansion. Amidst the deafening sound of gongs and drums, Zhao Yu took Gan Shi off the sedan chair. Subsequently, the two of them walked towards the mansion together, holding a red cloth. Due to the dual deaths of Zhao Yu's parents, he only bowed in the direction of his deceased parents when worshipping the high hall. Quickly, Li Cheng, Zhao Yu first sent Gan Shi into the already arranged bridal chamber. Later, he also toasted with distant relatives such as Luo Cheng and the Zhao family. Towards evening, Zhao Yu walked towards the bridal chamber with a somewhat wavering gait. In the joyful bridal chamber, Gan Shi sat on the bed with red sheets and bedding, wearing a big red hood. After an unknown amount of time, accompanied by the sound of footsteps. Then, there was a sound of door opening. Immediately, a person walked into the bridal chamber and headed towards Gan Shi. Under the red veil, a hint of nervousness appeared on Gan's pure and white cheeks, and he asked in a low voice, "But did your husband come in?" Zhao Yu was walking with swaying and leisurely steps towards Gan Shi when he suddenly heard the slightly nervous voice and smiled. "Who else can there be if it's not my husband?" After hearing Zhao Yu's voice, Gan Shi breathed a sigh of relief. At the same time, Zhao Yu walked up to Gan Shi and looked at his graceful body dressed in a red wedding dress, his heart twitching slightly. Immediately, picking up a weighing stick from the side, he gently lifted the corner of the red cap, revealing a jade-like, flawless and stunning appearance. Even in Zhao Yu's past life, he was used to seeing various electronic beauties. Now that he sees Gan Shi's true face, he cannot help but feel a touch of amazement in his heart. And Gan Shi saw the red veil lifted away, with picturesque beautiful eyes, instinctively looking at Zhao Yu. But seeing Zhao Yu looking at him with scorching eyes, a wave of shyness surged in his heart. He lowered his head and nervously used his jade-like Qianqian jade fingers to pinch the corners of his clothes. Upon seeing this scene, Zhao Yu came to his senses and smiled. "The beauty of the lady almost stunned my husband." After speaking, Zhao Yu thoroughly uncovered Gan's red cap with a weighing stick, and then put down the weighing stick. Quietly gazing at the jade-like beauty in front of me, Gan Shi was somewhat restless under Zhao Yu's scorching gaze. Thinking of the advice from Gan's mother before getting married, she quickly stood up and said, "Husband, please sit down first." Speaking, Gan walked up to the table, set out 2 wine cups, picked up a wine jug carved with mandarin ducks on the side, and poured 2 glasses of wine. I handed 1 more cup to Zhao Yu. Zhao Yu chuckled lightly when he saw the situation. In Gan's shyness, he drank a toast instead. After drinking the wine, Zhao Yu took the cup from Gan's hand and casually placed it on the table. He pulled up Gan's jade-like soft skirt and, amidst Gan's nervousness, walked back to the bed and sat down. Subsequently, Zhao Yu said a few words of love to Gan Shi, easing his tense atmosphere. After a moment, Zhao Yu glanced out the window at the gradually darkening sky and smiled at Gan Shi. "Madam, it's getting late. It's time to rest." Gan Shi nodded lightly upon hearing the words. Later, Zhao Yu stood up, blew out 2 red candles, and walked back to the bed. At this moment, Gan seemed to already know what to go through next. I couldn't help but close my eyes, my pure white cheeks also tinged with a hint of redness. Upon seeing the situation, Zhao Yu immediately stopped being polite. "Embrace Gan Shi in your arms and carry him to bed." Omit 10,000 words here, there was nothing to say overnight. The next day, Zhao Yu opened his hazy eyes and turned to look at Gan Shi, who was sleeping elegantly, with a slight smile. Then, getting up from the bed, I was about to put on my clothes when I heard Gan's slightly shy voice. "Husband, let me serve you with my body." During the conversation, the red bedding in front of Gan Shi fell down, revealing a large expanse of pure white. Suddenly embarrassed, Gan Shi quickly pulled up the bedding and covered it up. Zhao Yu chuckled lightly when he saw the situation. "Madam overworked last night, please rest more today," Zhao Yu said, bending down and flattening Gan's delicate body. "Pull over the bedding again and cover it thoughtfully." Finally, on Gan's forehead, he lightly kissed and whispered softly, "Take a good rest." Speaking, Zhao Yu got up, put on his clothes, pushed the door open, and walked out. As she watched Zhao Yu leave, a hint of admiration flashed in Gan's beautiful eyes. She didn't expect that Zhao Yu, as the young master of the Zhao family, would be so considerate of her. I couldn't help but admire Zhao Yu even more. If Gan's marriage to Zhao Yu was only due to the orders of her parents and the words of a matchmaker, then at this moment, Gan Shi truly fell in love with Zhao Yu. At the same time, outside the room. After leaving the room, Zhao Yu did not look for Luo Cheng and others, but instead found a side room and lay down inside. Meanwhile, immediately, the mental communication system. The next moment, the system prompt sound that was blocked by Zhao Yu last night rings again. Ding, congratulations to the host for successfully completing the main task 2. Marrying Lady Gan and repelling the 3 brothers Lu Guanzhang. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the main quest reward. The first hero of the Sui and Tang dynasties. Li Yuanba's power inheritance. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 6. Integrating the power of Li Yuanba, Zhao Yuli defeats Luo. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the side room, Zhao Yu listened to the system prompt sound in his ear, and a flash of light flashed in his eyes. Although I have long known about the rewards of Main Quest 2. But even after obtaining it, I still feel a bit excited. After all, Li Yuanba, that is one of the 3 peak generals in history. System. Integrate the power of Li Yuanba's inheritance. At the next moment, Zhao Yu thought about the communication system and said. As Zhao Yu's thoughts fell, the system's prompt sound rang again. Ding, is the host sure to immediately integrate Li Yuanba's power inheritance? Okay. Ding, the power of inheritance is being activated. Ding, the host is merging the power of Li Yuanba. At the same time, a warm current emerged in Zhao Yu's body. That warm current is constantly transforming Zhao Yu's body. Make their physique even stronger and more terrifying. With the transformation of warm currents, Zhao Yu's consciousness gradually blurred and he fell asleep. Time is running out. In the blink of an eye, After 15 minutes, a system prompt sound will sound. Ding, congratulations to the host for successfully integrating the power of Li Yuanba. At the next moment, Zhao Yu suddenly opened his eyes and a hint of brilliance appeared. Who? Zhao Yu only felt that there was endless power in his body at this moment. There is an impulse to hate the heavens and the earth without a ring. I can only say that Li Yuanba truly deserves to be the ultimate existence of the power that hates the heavens and the earth without a ring. Along with Zhao Yu, who had just merged the power of Li Yuanba, this impulse inexplicably arose. Of course, it can also be seen from this that the terrifying power in Zhao Yu's body at this moment. After a moment, Zhao Yu suppressed the excitement of obtaining that terrifying power and asked the system. System, how long has it been? In the process of just integrating the power of Li Yuanba, in order to better integrate the power of Li Yuanba, Zhao Yu's consciousness also fell into a deep sleep. Therefore, he still doesn't know how long it has been since the fusion of Li Yuanba's power. Of course, since no one has come to find him yet, it can be seen that the time will not be too long. Ding, it has been 15 minutes since the host fused with Li Yuanba's power. Listening to the system's response, Zhao Yu nodded lightly. It's just a quarter of an hour, but it's okay. Subsequently, Zhao Yu took a deep breath, calmed down his inner excitement, pushed the door open, walked out of the side room, and headed towards the front yard. Zhao Mansion has 2 courtyards, and Zhao Yu and Gan Shi are located in the backyard. As for Luo Cheng, the 18 cavalries of Yanyun, and a group of Zhao family guards, they all lived in the front yard. After a moment, Zhao Yu arrived at the front yard and happened to see Luo Cheng practicing the Luo family's marksmanship. The Luo family's marksmanship originated from the Jiang family's marksmanship. According to legend, the first generation of the Jiang family's marksmanship was the famous general Jiang Wei at the end of the Han Dynasty. Of course, Jiang Wei was not yet born at this time. It will take at least another decade for Jiang Wei to be born. And more than a decade later, Luo Cheng had already become famous all over the world. Maybe at that time, Luo Cheng can also recruit Jiang Wei and teach him the marksmanship of the Jiang Wei Luo family, so that he can return to the heavenly gang with one hand. Thinking of this, Zhao Yu smiled slightly and suppressed this wicked idea. Then, walked towards Luo Cheng. I saw Luo Cheng standing in the open space in the front yard, practicing the Luo family's marksmanship. After completing the practice of the Plum Blossom 7 ruins, his gaze happened to sweep over Zhao Yu, so he withdrew his gun and stood up, bowing to Zhao Yu. Luo Cheng, see Lord. Zhao Yu saw the situation and waved his hand, indicating that Luo Cheng should not pay attention to him and continue practicing martial arts. Upon seeing this, Luo Cheng nodded lightly and continued practicing the Luo family's marksmanship. Although the Luo family gun has long been integrated and perfected by Luo Cheng, as the saying goes, sailing against the current means not advancing or retreating. The same goes for martial arts. Therefore, Luo Cheng practices marksmanship in the morning every day, reviewing the old and learning the new. At this moment, suddenly, a long stick swept across. Luo Cheng was startled in his heart and instinctively wanted to use his spear to deflect the incoming long stick. But who knows? The moment when the silver gun touched the long stick, a terrifying force came from the barrel of the gun, causing Luo Cheng to pounce and almost sweep away his silver gun in his hand. Luo Cheng took a few steps back and forth before stabilizing his figure. And that long stick, after sweeping Luo Cheng, did not pursue victory, but stood up with the stick like that. At the same time, after stabilizing his figure, Luo Cheng looked up and saw that the person holding a long stick and standing with his hands down was none other than Zhao Yu, who had just looked lively. Seeing this situation, Luo Cheng was greatly shocked in his heart. You should know that Zhao Yu has always been in his heart, but he never knew martial arts. And now, that sudden stick almost hit him seriously. Although that stick had a reason for the surprise attack, coupled with Luo Cheng being caught off guard, but even so, It's also terrifying. After all, his martial arts have already reached the realm of transformation, and in the world, there are only a few who can confront him with two hands. It can be seen from this. Zhao Yugong's strike brought great shock to Luo Cheng. But the next moment, Luo Cheng's eyes also lit up. Looking at Zhao Yu, he said in a deep voice, "Master, have a competition twice." Good. Immediately, Zhao Yu and Luo Cheng are at war together. And this time, Luo Cheng, who already knew about Zhao Yu's terrifying aura, no longer fought hard against him. But instead, it adopts a guerrilla tactic, while continuously dissolving the terrifying power transmitted by Zhao Yu's long staff with the exquisite marksmanship of 4 or 2 strokes of 1,000 pounds. During this process, Luo Cheng also realized that although Zhao Yu's strength was terrifying, he did not have many moves. Just sweeping with a long stick, wide open and wide closed. But even so, it also made Luo Cheng somewhat unable to resist. After all, just dissolving the terrifying power of each stick of Zhao Yu has already made Luo Cheng quite difficult. Therefore, even if Zhao Yu only relied on his terrifying strength, it gradually put Luo Cheng at a disadvantage. Especially with the passage of time, Zhao Yu's stick technique gradually became more familiar, which even made Luo Cheng face numerous dangers. After more than 10 rounds, Luo Cheng was swept away by Zhao Yu's stick for more than 10 steps, half kneeling on the ground, panting heavily, waving his hand and saying, "Lord, Luo Chengfu has taken it." Upon seeing this, Zhao Yu put away his long stick, chuckled lightly, and immediately stepped forward to help Luo Cheng up. After Luo Cheng was lifted up, he looked at Zhao Yu, who was not breathing heavily, and his heart was filled with shock. At the same time, I am even more convinced of Zhao Yu in my heart. After all, Zhao Yu easily defeated him with just a long stick and his unfamiliar stick technique, which shows that how terrifying it would be if Zhao Yuru could hone his martial arts skills well. I'm afraid even he, or yesterday's black-faced and red-faced big men, is not the enemy of Zhao Yu's 3-in-1. And through the duel with Zhao Yu just now, Luo Cheng realized that Zhao Yu may be more suitable for heavy weapons. For example, a heavy hammer, or a heavy gun. By taking a bold and open approach, one can easily become invincible in the world. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 7. Ancestral famous artifact. Tiger head carving gold spear. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After a moment, Zhao Yu and Luo Cheng left Zhao Mansion and walked towards a blacksmith shop. In the recent battle with Luo Cheng, Zhao Yu also learned that in order to better unleash his immense power from the Yuanba, he needed a handy weapon. And as Luo Cheng thought, the most suitable weapons for Zhao Yu are undoubtedly heavy weapons such as hammers and spears. Among these weapons, Zhao Yu did not choose the hammer like Li Yuanba's drum-beating jar gold hammer. But I chose a big gun. Take a grand opening and closing trend. With Zhao Yu's terrifying divine power, even without any exquisite marksmanship, he can still defeat invincible opponents in the world with just one big gun. After all, under 10 meetings with one force. Even the most powerful general of the late Han Dynasty, Lv Bu, was seriously injured when he accidentally took a shot from Zhao Yu. Sueji blacksmith shop. There was a burly man holding an iron hammer, forging a large knife. At this moment, Zhao Yu and Luo Cheng walked into the blacksmith's shop. The strong man nodded lightly towards the two of them upon seeing the situation, and then continued to forge the big sword. Upon seeing this, Zhao Yu didn't pay much attention, but walked casually in the blacksmith shop, strolling around. Occasionally touched the long guns, large knives, and even long swords placed in the blacksmith's shop. After a moment, Zhao Yu lowered a long halberd and shook his head slightly. That long halberd is not light in weight, weighing over 60 pounds. However, in Zhao Yu's hands, it was like a toy, weighing it casually. After all, Li Yuanba's pair of drums, jars, and golden hammers weighed 400 pounds each. The two add up to a terrifying 800 pounds. However, Li Yuanba was able to wield it like an arm, which can be imagined as terrifying in his strength. Zhao Yu, who possesses the power of Li Yuanba, naturally possesses the same strength as Li Yuanba. Therefore, in his heart, the weight of his future weapons is 300 to 400 pounds. With Zhao Yu's terrifying strength, coupled with a large gun weighing 300 to 400 pounds, with one shot, it can be said that ghosts and gods retreat. At this moment, the blacksmith also finished his work and came to Zhao Yu. When he saw Zhao Yu casually pick up a long halberd weighing over 60 pounds, and then disappointedly put it down, he was momentarily stunned. Originally, he didn't care about Zhao Yu. I thought this young master came here just to buy a sword and make a name for himself. But I never expected that this person would be so extraordinary. I could easily pick up the long halberd at will, and seeing Zhao Yu's expression, it seemed quite unsatisfactory. Unconsciously, the blacksmith became interested and smiled. This young master is not very satisfied with the weight of my long halberd. Upon hearing the blacksmith's voice coming from behind, Zhao Yu turned around and looked around, nodded slightly, and then said, "Do you have any heavier weapons in your store? It's better to have a spear or something like that." The blacksmith pondered slightly upon hearing this, revealing a look of contemplation. After a moment, he said, "I do have a weapon that meets the requirements of the young master in my blacksmith shop." After speaking, he seemed to have made up his mind and immediately led Zhao Yu and Luo Cheng towards the backyard of the blacksmith shop. Not long after, the three of them arrived at a side room in the backyard. As soon as you enter the side room, Zhao Yu's gaze fell on the long spear that supported the ridge of the entire side room. That is a big gun that is over a foot long, made entirely of black gold. Just a glance, Zhao Yu fell in love with it. And at this moment, the blacksmith seemed to have overlooked Zhao Yu's scorching gaze and came to the big gun that supported the entire room. He reached out to touch it and murmured, "This big gun is called Tiger Head Carving Gold. It was forged by my grandfather using black gold and rare meteorite iron during his lifetime, which took 7,749 days to forge. The total weight is not less than 600 pounds. It's a true divine weapon. Unfortunately, since the tiger head golden spear was created by my grandfather, no one has been able to use it, so it has been shrouded in dust for many years. For the blacksmith surnamed Chui, the tiger-headed chiseled golden spear was forged, but no one could use it. Undoubtedly, it is a disappointment. Just as the blacksmith surnamed Chui was lost, Zhao Yu has already walked up. Gently stroked the tiger-head chiseled golden spear with a big hand, and then grasped firmly. The next moment, the whole big gun was picked up by Zhao Yu. And as Zhao Yu picked up the tiger-headed golden spear, the original side house began to collapse due to the loss of its roof ridge. Before the blacksmith surnamed Chui could react, he was picked up by Luo Cheng and rushed out of the room. At the same time, as soon as Luo Cheng and the blacksmith surnamed Chui rushed out, the entire side room collapsed with a loud bang. After a moment, Zhao Yu walked out of the ruins. In his hand, he was holding the big gun in awe. At this moment, the blacksmith surnamed Chui also walked out of his panic. Looking at Zhao Yu holding a tiger-headed golden spear in the ruins behind him, he showed a joyful expression and murmured, "The tiger-headed chiseled golden spear created by my grandfather has finally found the master." For the blacksmith surnamed Chui, if that side room collapses, he will step on it. On the contrary, it was the tiger-headed golden spear that made Zhao Yu even more delighted to use it. After all, the greatest humiliation to a blacksmith is to have a famous gun covered in dust. In the blacksmith's shop, Zhao Yu instructed Luo Cheng. Admittedly, go back to your mansion now and bring 500 taels of silver. No. Luo Cheng nodded and prepared to leave. At this moment, the blacksmith surnamed Chui smiled and said, Brother Zhao, there's no need. This tiger-headed chiseled golden spear can be used by the Zhao brothers, indicating that it is destined fate. Zhao Yu saw that the blacksmith surnamed Chui spoke sincerely, so he didn't say much. He only left a jade pendant engraved with the character Zhao, saying that in the future, as long as the descendants of the Chui family hold this jade pendant, he can make a move for them. The blacksmith surnamed Chui did not refuse upon seeing the situation. After all, we are now in a chaotic world. And like Zhao Yu, a peerless hero, there is never a chance to be granted the title of Marquis or General. Although the Chui family is a blacksmith family, they are also uncertain in this chaotic world. If they can receive a promise from Zhao Yu, they may one day be able to ensure the safety of the Chui family. P.S. The 7th update will be sent, please find support for flowers and evaluation tickets. Additionally, this book has been signed and readers can rest assured to continue reading. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 8. Yellow Turban Attack, 3rd main task. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Fangcheng was originally a major county town under the rule of Zhuo County. But now, in that square city, they are all occupied by yellow scarf thieves with yellow scarves wrapped around their heads. At this time, in the county government office of that square city, there was a burly man sitting in the position of the former magistrate of Fangcheng County, with 2 beautiful women beside him, squeezing his shoulders. And below, there are a group of yellow scarf generals sitting, each holding a female family member snatched from the wealthy families of Fangcheng, playing with them recklessly. About an hour later, the burly man spoke up. Send the order and the army will repair the Fangcheng for 3 days. 3 days later, the troops will be sent to Zhuo County. As long as we capture that Zhuo County, from now on, this Zhuo County will be our world. The generals with yellow scarves below all showed ferocious smiles upon hearing these words. Obviously, they have started to look forward to a happy life after occupying the entire Zhuo County. As for the county soldiers in Zhuo County, they didn't even take it seriously. After all, just for now, their Yellow Turban Army alone has tens of thousands. And in 3 days, if the entire people of Fangcheng are taken into the army, the number of the army will skyrocket to a staggering 50 to 60,000. With a force of 50,000 soldiers, we can capture Zhuo County, which has only a few thousand soldiers and horses at most. Isn't that easy to capture? Time is running out. In the blink of an eye. 3 days have passed. This day, outside the Fangcheng, a massive army of up to 50,000 soldiers, under the command of Huang Jinsu Marshal Cheng Yuanji, are rushing towards Shuxian. At the same time, Shuxian, county government. The governor of Zhuo County has also learned of the news that Fangcheng has been captured by the Yellow Turban thieves. And he also knows about the Yellow Turban thief who captured Fangcheng and was preparing to attack Shuxian. Suddenly, he was shocked and pale. At the first moment, Colonel Zhou Jing was summoned. Captain Zhou, the yellow scarf that broke through Fangcheng will soon attack Zhuo County. Do you know if Captain Zhou has any way to meet the enemy? There are only thousands of soldiers in Zhuxian, but there are tens of thousands of Yellow Turban bandits who captured Fangcheng. For a moment, the governor of Zhuo County said urgently. Watching the panicked appearance of the county magistrate, Zhou Jing frowned and then said. Your Excellency, I have already sent people to guard the entire city. Even though the Yellow Turban thief is powerful, as long as we hold the city, it will not be so easy for the Yellow Turban thief to capture Zhuo County. In addition, the last general also sent a scout to the governor's office to seek assistance. In no more than 7 days, reinforcements will arrive. Upon hearing what Zhou Jing said, the county magistrate finally calmed down. Subsequently, he gave several orders to Zhou Jing, stating that he would hand over all the troops and horses in Zhuo County to Zhou Jing as the commander, and then waved his hand to signal Zhou Jing to leave. So, 2 days later, the 50,000 Yellow Turban Army led by the Yellow Turban Canal Marshal is less than 5 miles away from Zhuo County. At this moment, the entire city of Zhuoxian is already on guard, with a famous county soldier standing on the city tower, ready to fight. At the same time, Zhuoxian, on the residence of Zhang Fei. The 3 brothers Lu Guan and Zhang also learned of the news of the arrival of the yellow scarf at this time. The wild man Zhang Fei, who had already taken care of his body, said excitedly, "Big brother, the arrival of the yellow turban thief is a great opportunity for our 3 brothers to make achievements." On the side, Guan Yu also showed an excited expression. After all, the reason why the 3 brothers formed an alliance was related to this. And Liu Bei is also doing the same at this moment. Even, in my heart, I still thought that this time, he and his 2 sworn brothers, after breaking through the Yellow Turban Army and achieving remarkable military achievements, will fiercely attack Zhao Yu, who stole his fiancée and injured his brothers. Immediately, he looked at Guan Yu and asked, "Second brother, how are the 300 rural heroes being trained now?" Guan Yu replied, "Big brother, those 300 rural heroes have already been trained. With just one command from Big brother, we can join us in the battle to kill the enemy." Liu Bei nodded and his gaze flashed with a fierce expression. "Second brother, third brother. To make achievements and make achievements is right now. Our 3 brothers will join forces today to kill the enemy." Guan Yu and Zhang Fei nodded together. As for speaking, after this battle, no one cares about how much of the 300 rural heroes are left. After all, on the battlefield, where is there an immortal? And just as the Lu Guan and Zhang brothers were planning to kill the enemy, Zhuoxian, within the Zhao prefecture, Luo Cheng was also reporting to Zhao Yu about the invasion of the Yellow Turban Army. "Lord, according to the report from the scout, at most 1 hour later, the Yellow Turban Army will be stationed in Zhuo County. The number of Yellow Turban Army is approximately 50,000. However, most of them are kidnapped civilians who are vulnerable to a single blow." Luo Cheng's eyes were filled with contempt. Obviously, although there were more than 50,000 yellow scarves, they were not seen by this cold-faced and cold shot. After all, in history, the 3 brothers Lu Guan and Zhang relied on 300 rural heroes to defeat the 50,000 Yellow Turban Army. Zhao Yu nodded at the words. Then he said, "Admittedly, are the 18 cavalries of Yanyun ready?" This time, Zhao Yu was not prepared to bring the courtyard guards with him. Just prepared to bring along the 18 cavalry of Luo Cheng and Yanyun. After all, soldiers are in essence, not in abundance. With Luo Cheng, along with the 18 cavalries of Yanyun, and his terrifying aura emanating from Li Yuanba. Dealing with a Yellow Turban Army composed of a mob is naturally not a big problem. Upon hearing Zhao Yu's question, Luo Cheng replied, "Report to the Lord, the 18 cavalries of Yanyun can accompany the Lord on the expedition at any time. Well, go down and prepare. When the Yellow Turban Army attacks the city, it is the time when we are on our expedition." "No." Luo Cheng immediately took orders to step down. And just as Luo Cheng stepped down, a cold mechanical sound sounded in Zhao Yu's ear. "Ding, congratulations to the host for triggering the 3rd main quest. We are now starting the 3rd main quest. Main Task 3. Defeat the invading Huangjin army in Zhuo County and capture and kill the Huangjin Canal Marshal Cheng Yuanji. Task Reward. Top Tier Unit .3000 Xuanjia Iron Cavalry. Qingming Outing and Happy Reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 9. Yellow Turban Vanguard, Lu Guanzhang Attack. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Zhao Yu listened to the system prompt sound in his ear, his gaze slightly fixed. The next moment, a system light curtain also emerged. Not bad, this time's main mission rewards 3,000 Xuanjia Iron Cavalry. You know, the Xuanjia Iron Cavalry is a heavily armored cavalry. In this era dominated by light cavalry, Xuanjia Iron Cavalry is simply a great weapon on the battlefield. Moreover, the quantity is as high as 3,000. Once Zhao Yu completes the main quest 3, he gains 3,000 Xuanjia Iron Cavalry. So, he will truly have an invincible iron cavalry that will enable him to dominate the battlefield. Cooperating with Luo Cheng and the 18 cavalries of Yanyun. Even in the face of tens of thousands of regular Han army, one can easily win the battle. With this thought in mind, Zhao Yu immediately took on the main task 3. Immediately, he walked out of the lobby and headed towards the backyard. In 15 minutes. Under the service of Gan Shi, Zhao Yu replaced himself with a costly armor and helmet, and picked up the tiger-headed gold chiseling spear beside him. Amidst Gan's worried gaze, he arrived at the front yard. And at this moment, Luo Cheng had already been riding with Yanyun, waiting for Zhao Yu in the front yard. Upon seeing Zhao Yu arrive, he immediately clasped his fists and said, "My lord." Zhao Yu nodded at the words. Prepare for the expedition. No. At the same time. Outside Zhuoxian. 5 miles away. The large number of Yellow Turban Army did not directly attack the city, but instead formed a Vanguard army of 10,000 people, led by Vice General Deng Mao to attack first. Soon. The Vanguard army led by Deng Mao arrived at the bottom of Zhuoxian and began to attack the city. And above the city tower, Zhou Jing also led the soldiers of Zhuo County to resist the siege of Huangjin. Just as the Yellow Turban Army was attacking the city, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei, also dressed in battle armor, rushed to the city gate of Zhuoxian with 300 rural heroes. Not long ago, the three brothers Lu Guan and Zhang, along with 300 brave villagers, have arrived at the gate of Zhuo County. At this moment, Zhang Fei rode up to Liu Bei and said, "Big brother, in my opinion, let's just kill the mob. I'm enough alone." Upon hearing this, Liu Bei cursed inwardly. Now that the Yellow Turban is attacking the city and the gates are wide, how can they leave the city? Kill directly. Can't you still be treated as a rebel by the soldiers of Zhuo County? Of course, despite that, Liu Bei still explained. "Third brother, let's first climb up to the city tower and help Captain Zhou defeat the Yellow Turban bandits who came to attack the city." Oh. Immediately, the three brothers Lu Guan and Zhang, along with 300 brave villagers, went up to the city tower. Liu Bei and Zhou Jing were also considered acquaintances, so they met Zhou Jing smoothly. After learning about the intentions of the three brothers Liu Bei, Zhou Jing was naturally very happy. After all, facing tens of thousands of Yellow Turban Army attacking the city, he was also under considerable pressure. Although Lu Guanzhang and his three brothers only brought 300 rural heroes, at least they could be considered as a help. Especially Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, they are rare peerless warriors. Even after witnessing the combat power of the two for the first time, Zhou Jing was quite shocked. After the addition of two fierce generals, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, the pressure of the 10,000 Yellow Scarf Vanguard attacking the city skyrocketed, and the losses also increased. Deng Mao, the vanguard of the Yellow Turban, saw that things were beyond his control and immediately chose to withdraw. After all, siege is not a matter of 1 or 2 days. Especially this time they also traveled a long distance and rushed to attack the city, causing many Yellow Turban soldiers to be physically weak. Therefore, after a brief attack, they chose to withdraw their troops with a bright future. Looking at the retreating Yellow Turban Army below, Liu Bei faced Zhou Jingdao beside him. "Captain Zhou, just in case, the Yellow Turban Army is just a group of ragtag people. Be willing to take your two sworn brothers out of the city to pursue the Yellow Turban Army." This. Upon hearing Liu Bei's request to fight, Zhou Jing frowned. Originally, according to his plan, it was to reject the city and defend it. As long as the reinforcements from the governor's office arrive, the Yellow Turban Army will break free from attack. He also has some friendship with Liu Bei, and seeing Liu Bei's sincere attitude at the moment, it is not easy to refuse. In addition, based on the recent battle with the Yellow Turban Army and the scattered appearance of the Yellow Turban Army's retreat afterwards. As Liu Bei said, they are indeed a group of rabble. Therefore, after pondering, Zhou Jing said, "It's not impossible for Brother Xuanjia to go to war. However, my brother needs to be stationed in Zhuxian, so it's inconvenient to send troops. Moreover, most of the county soldiers also have tasks on their shoulders and cannot go out of the city to help Brother Xuanjia." Liu Bei heard what Zhou Jing said and had not had a chance to speak yet. But a big black-faced man walked out behind Liu Bei. "Captain Zhou, my elder brother, and we have risked our lives to help you defend the city, and now we are willing to go out of the city to face the enemy at any cost. As a result, you didn't even bring a soldier." Listening to the black-faced man's words, Zhou Jing's face darkened. Before Zhou Jing could get angry, Liu Bei whispered in secret that it was not good. Quickly grabbed Zhang Fei and apologized to Zhou Jing. "Captain Zhou, Ida is straightforward and doesn't know how to speak. I'm very sorry, please forgive me." After speaking, he angrily rebuked Zhang Fei. "Ida, apologize to Captain Zhou soon." Zhang Fei didn't realize he had said something wrong, but he looked at Liu Bei with an angry expression and had to lower his head. "Captain Zhou, I said the wrong thing, I'm sorry." Upon seeing this, although Zhou Jing's face was still not good looking, he had no choice but to give up when he saw that Liu Bei was doing the same. After this incident, Zhou Jing no longer had a good expression towards Lu Guan and Zhang. After all, it's not easy for anyone to be scolded by Zhang Fei so much. Upon seeing this, Liu Bei cursed Zhang Fei in his heart for a few words, then clenched his fists at Zhou Jing and led Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and 300 villagers down the city tower. At this moment, the county soldiers behind the gate also opened the city gate. Upon seeing this, the three brothers Lu Guanzhang immediately led their troops out of the city. "Kill the Yellow Turban Vanguard who is retreating." At the same time, it was not long after the three brothers Lu Guan and Zhang had just left the city. The city gate has not yet closed. Zhao Yu, along with Yanyun's 18 cavalry and Luo Cheng, also arrived at this time. The county soldier in charge of the city gate mistakenly thought that Zhao Yu and others were with Liu Bei, but surprisingly did not stop them. Let Zhao Yu lead Luo Cheng and Yanyun's 18 riders out of the city together. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 10. Head Snatching. Luo Cheng shoots the Vanguard with one arrow. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Thieves will rest. Accompanied by a roar. The black-faced man holding the Zhangba snake suddenly shot out from behind the Yellow Turban Army, where Ming Jin had withdrawn his troops. Go straight towards the army in front of the Yellow Turban. Wherever they go, none of the Yellow Turban Army is their all-in-point-one enemy. After that black-faced man, there was also a red-faced man holding a green dragon moon blade and a long-eared man holding a double sword. The two of them followed closely behind the black-faced man, guarding his wings. After the two, there were 300 rural warriors wearing cloth armor. Although under the leadership of the three brothers Lu Guan and Zhang, those 300 villagers were exceptionally brave. However, these 300 rural heroes are ultimately just newly trained soldiers. Just following 3 people to charge 100 meters resulted in a significant loss of manpower. At the same time, the Yellow Turban Army, which was withdrawing troops, clearly did not have a team of hundreds of soldiers suddenly emerge. As a result, these Yellow Turban armies, which clearly had a numerical advantage, were even inferior to the 300 rural heroes. Faced with the charge of the Lu Guanzhang brothers and the 300 rural heroes, they were unexpectedly defeated. Although there are reasons why Zhang Fei and Guan Yu are too brave among them. Ultimately, it is these Yellow Turban armies who lack war experience. When the army retreated, there were no rules at all. Now, led by the 3 brothers Lu Guan and Zhang, they charged and were completely defeated. For a while, the vanguard with nearly 10,000 yellow scarves was chased and killed by a village hero with only 300 people. Yellow Turban Vanguard Front Army. As a pioneer, Deng Mao did not initially notice any abnormalities behind him. It wasn't until later that a famous Yellow Turban Army frantically fled forward and realized something was wrong. Looking behind, thousands of yellow scarf vanguards were chased and chopped down by hundreds of Han soldiers. Suddenly, this yellow scarf general became angry. In his opinion, if it weren't for the Han army defending the city, with his 10,000 yellow scarf vanguard, it would be enough to capture Zhuxian. And now, the Han army, who had the advantage of defending the city, unexpectedly left the city and died. This made Deng Mao, who had been defeated in the siege, feel a killing intent. I saw a fierce smile on Deng Mao's face. Well done. Let your grandpa Deng vent well. Speaking. This yellow scarf vanguard pulled his warhorse and made him lose his head, heading straight towards the 3 brothers Lu Guanzhang. At the same time, as the black-faced man was brutally slaughtering the defeated Yellow Turban Army, suddenly, I saw a horse rushing from the front. Seeing this situation, the black-faced man was neither surprised nor pleased. He swept away several Yellow Turban soldiers, neither retreating nor advancing, and rode towards the rushing Yellow Turban vanguard Deng Mao. On the way, most of the Yellow Turban Army avoid the black-faced man after seeing him. Just because. This evil star. In just a quarter of an hour, he killed no less than 100 Yellow Turban soldiers. That fierce appearance made these Yellow Turban soldiers shiver with fear when they were killed. Surprisingly, I dare not take a step to stop the black-faced man. Therefore, soon, the black-faced man collided with the yellow scarf vanguard Deng Mao who was rushing towards him. That black-faced man faced Deng Mao, who was close at hand, not retreating but advancing. A long shot, suddenly thrust out. Seeing this scene, Deng Mao, who was preparing to behead the black-faced man Zhang Fei and take him down, felt a surge of soul in his heart. Subconsciously, I bent down and narrowly avoided that one. Zhang Fei saw Deng Mao dodge the attack, and Zhang Ba's snake turned from a thorn to a sweep. In one fell swoop, sweeping Deng Mao off his warhorse. Immediately, he rode his horse forward, with snakes flying in his hands, stabbing 2 Yellow Turban soldiers who wanted to save Deng Mao to death, and then intending to take Deng Mao's life with one strike. Suddenly, a black sharp arrow. Shoot from the back. Shoot straight towards Deng Mao who was swept to the ground by Zhang Fei. With a thud, the black sharp arrow sank into Deng Mao's body. Who is it? How dare you snatch my military achievements? Watching the battle achievements he had made, he was snatched away by the incoming arrow. Black-faced man Zhang Fei is angry. After all, the person in front of me, at first glance, is not an ordinary Yellow Turban Army, at least a general-level existence. But just as he was about to harvest Deng Mao's head, he never expected a black sharp arrow to fall from the sky and shoot Deng Mao in front of him. How can Zhang Fei not be angry? And as Deng Mao was shot dead by the sudden arrow, the Yellow Turban Army, which had already been defeated by the 3 brothers Lu Guanzhang, had an irresistible desire. One by one, they ran towards the front, even some of the Yellow Turban Army abandoned their hoes, sticks and other weapons in order to escape. Just to run faster. And as the Yellow Turban Army fled behind the brave rear of 300 townships, it also revealed a team of 20 riders. I saw that the leader of the team was none other than Zhao Yu. Beside Zhao Yu was Luo Cheng, who had just put away his bow and arrow and picked up the 5-hook divine flying spear. As for the two of them, there were the Yanyun 18 Cavalries dressed in black robes, holding a crescent curved sword, with a black scarf on their faces, and only showing a pair of emotionless eyes. As the saying goes, when enemies meet, their eyes turn red. Looking at Zhao Yu and his group who had snatched their elder brother's fiancée in the past, coupled with the reason that Luo Cheng had taken their head, Zhang Fei is angry. However, just as he was about to go all out with Luo Cheng, but he was stopped by Liu Bei. There's nothing we can do, we can't stop it. After all, they are currently on the battlefield. Although the Yellow Turban Vanguard was killed and repelled, there is still at least 40,000 troops left in the Yellow Turban Army. And Liu Bei did not forget. Initially, Zhang Fei suffered serious injuries due to a major battle with Luo Cheng and his team. Especially afterwards, Guan Yu also said. Even Luo Cheng, who seriously injured Zhang Fei on that day, and Yanyun's 18 cavalries, may not necessarily be his opponents. Therefore, due to the combination of multiple reasons, Liu Bei, who was already good at endurance, chose endurance at the first time. Of course, the anger in one's heart is naturally inevitable. However, due to the danger of his life, Liu Bei could only choose to endure. However, Liu Bei's killing intent towards Zhao Yu grew stronger in his heart. As long as there is an opportunity, he will definitely not let Zhao Yu go. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th.